Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me, and welcome back to those of you that are regular viewers. I hope everyone had a great 2 weeks. I myself had an awesome time off. I was in Colorado visiting my sister and meeting my brand new baby niece. She's the sweetest, littlest, cutest baby ever. And of course, I'm completely biased because I'm her aunt. Also, while there, the love of my life, who I have been with for over 8 years, proposed to me. So I'm officially engaged, you guys. Ooh. Anyway, look, for those of you out there who are still waiting to find your loves, I hope that my story brings some hope to you. I didn't meet Simon until I was 37 years old. It took several failed relationships to bring about the realization that I was the common denominator in all of them. Sure, it wasn't all my fault. Obviously, it takes two to ruin a relationship. But the obvious thing to me was that I contributed through my own fears, insecurities, self-worth issues, and self-sabotaging behavior due to the lack of my own self-love and not being myself. So I took some time off from relationships and I decided to have one with myself instead. And I learned to understand myself. I learned how to like and accept myself. I learned how to have respect for myself. And I learned so many, many things about who I was, what I was doing wrong, and the things that I was doing right. And once I kind of purged all of my BS and fell in love with myself, then Simon showed up just like that, right? And we chose to spend the next 8 years getting to know each other, supporting each other, and allowing ourselves to fall in love despite our fears, despite any relationship lows. You know, we all have to work through some issues in the beginning. We pursued our dreams and we built our own businesses. We bought a house. We got a dog. We dealt with multiple tragic losses, and we committed to each other in ways that didn't require a ring or marriage certificate until this moment. We knew that we wanted to get all that other stuff out of the way so that we could have the biggest celebration of our relationship with family and friends. So I don't want anybody to get discouraged. I hear it all the time with clients. Oh, I'm never going to meet someone. I'm not going to be, I'm not getting any younger. There is no age requirement. There's no age restriction. And all the relationships that you've had up until this point have served a purpose to teach you something about yourself, to learn what you want, what you don't want. And, now it's just a time to be patient, continue working on loving yourself, deal with your fears, deal with insecurities and any false beliefs about yourself. And before you know it, your Simon will show up and you'll have the love of your life too. So I'm just sending lots of love to all of those of you that are still out there looking for your love. And all right, enough about me. Let's get into what the energies of July will bring us. They've already started off extremely intense thanks to eclipse energies, Mercury retrograde, and our planet moving into a higher vibrational part of the universe. So one of the main things that you could have been experiencing physically is waking up with headaches over the last maybe couple of days, maybe even a little bit longer, maybe some fatigue, maybe a little bit of nausea, along with all the other physical symptoms that I've rattled off in the past for you. So this month could be a mix of awesome opportunities, new beginnings, and straight up manifestation of whatever you are putting your energy into. So be sure that you're focused on the positive aspects of life versus the negatives. And Annie Botticelli put it perfectly in her astrology report for July. She says to think of yourself as a spider. You have woven your web, and now is the time to see what comes to you. So, spider webs, they just put it out there and little flies get stuck in it and they're trapped. So we're kind of in that energy. So things that we've been working on, things that we've been attempting to bring to fruition are going to kind of miraculously show up in our little spider web. Look, Mercury retrograde gets a bad rap, but it isn't all that bad. remember, life is a matter of perception. So this retrograde, you can experience miscommunication, confusion, changes to plans, or you could see powerful manifestations from past work that you've done or past contacts that you've made. Mercury is going to bring the past to the forefront. Expect blessings, maybe some challenges, and they're all somehow connected to the past in some weird way. You're going to tie up loose ends, work on completing projects for launching once retrograde period is over. Energies in Cancer will make way for an emotional month, and Leo energies give you the oomph that you need to make changes, right? So it's going to be this mixed bag of energies. So you could, again, go from like being super emotional to like feeling fired up and ready to kick ass and take names and make things happen. You could see things around home, housing, family, creativity, romance, fun, children. Those will all be a theme for the month. Doors will be closing while other ones will be opening, so don't get discouraged if things seem like they're falling apart. It's happening for a reason. It's for the best. Hang in there. It's already revealing itself to be an exciting month. You can expect to see more things coming up in the news. I feel like there's going to be some stuff connected that's going to be coming out that's connecting people in power to the Epstein child sex trafficking case, along with other upsetting news. So expect to see that kind of unraveling. The planet is going through a big shift. Evil can only hide in the shadows for so long, and truths will be coming out nonstop over the next several years that will be mind-blowing. We've already seen a lot of truths revealed within the Catholic Church, so there's a lot of ugly things that are going on in the world, and those things are really going to start coming to light more and more. Okay, so I won't be taking a live caller again tonight because I am taking next week off again. I know, this summer has been a crazy one for me, and I've been blessed enough to be able to take a bunch of vacations thanks to other friends that are getting married. So I'm doing 2 bachelorette parties, one in Vegas this weekend, and I'll be in Baja the weekend after. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks. So I'm going to do the show for 2 weeks worth. All right. So let's get into what you can expect from tonight, July 11th through to July 25th as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. Okay. So general themes. Again, lots of mixed energy, so you could go between vacationing, relaxing, having fun, you're enjoying summer, you're feeling good, everything's upbeat, to all of a sudden feeling emotionally stressed out. Maybe you're even feeling physically burned out, and if you haven't been able to take any time off to relax, that could really be the case, so you could just have total burnout and fatigue. I do just keep feeling shock and awe in some way as well, so be easy with yourself. Try to do everything from an energy and space of love, and that will make life a little bit easier. And try not to resist things. You may be forced to look at any old attitudes or outdated beliefs that you have. Many of your beliefs and perceptions could be challenged during this time. Some of you could be going through another period of being stripped to the core and feeling emotionally raw. So you could be going through purging, right? It's not fun, but you've got to get it up and out of you so that you can start attracting these things into your life that you actually want. And the only way we can do that is by letting go of the things that don't serve us. And that comes through emotions. This human experience is an emotional experience, so you can't avoid it and suppress it and deny it. It's not going to go away. You got to deal with stuff. I do also feel good luck, blessings, prosperity. I feel like rare and unusual and sweet occurrences and occasions. Like I just feel like there's a bunch of unexpected, beautiful things happening, along with maybe some unexpected, uncomfortable things. I do feel memories coming up from the past. I do feel some of those memories are coming up to be cherished. I do feel like some of them are to be forgotten, and some are coming up to be healed, and some to be transformed and looked at in a different way. And maybe even realizations of like what you thought was how it went down actually didn't go down that way. I just feel like there could be discussions surrounding things from the past. There's an energy of the unexpected again. I'm also getting a connection to elephants. So possibly maybe you see some elephants, or maybe there's elephants in the news, maybe you go to the zoo. But for some reason, I'm also feeling like I'm seeing a white ceramic elephant that could have some special meaning for someone that's listening to the show. I don't know. There's a connection to elephants. You'll have to tell me how it shows up in your life. Strength, intense energy, balance, pressure, power, perseverance all come to mind for achieving goals over the next 2 weeks. All these qualities exist within you, and they're going to help you accomplish your dreams. And whether it's creating a business, looking for a new job, running a marathon, creating anything and everything to make your dreams a reality, you're going to have those strength and those things that are going to just give you that extra push that you need. I would caution launching anything brand new until Mercury retrograde ends, which would be the middle of August. I would wait to launch anything brand new, anything that you've kind of already been doing and working on, and maybe you're revamping it in some way, I feel is okay. But maybe if you can, just wait a little longer to launch anything brand new. I do feel some of you are thinking about taking a trip or doing something for summer vacation. I keep getting pack your bags, get the heck out of town, just do it. Even if it's a staycation in the next town over. I understand financially some of you may not be able to take a trip, but a day trip somewhere to maybe have a picnic would be good, or doing the zoo, or again, like just, I don't know. I just feel like some of you have got to get out of your normal routine and be in the presence of family, friends, or romantic relationships, but not in your usual scenery, right? Like I feel like you have to switch it up. You've got to get out and about. You've got to do things. Do some meetup. Download the meetup app and go and, if you like to paint, go see if there's any meetup groups that paint. Whatever your preference or your passion is. Sorry, my brain and my mouth are not working together right now. Okay, let's see. I do feel like some of you are getting on each other's nerves. So that's why I'm really feeling like you need to be doing something fun, some sort of an activity that reconnects you and gets you out of that funky energy. A message coming through says to honor your inner knowing, take action, do what you know you need to do. You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you'd like to be in your life. So again, if you're feeling motivated and you've been thinking about some things, put it in action. Put it just, again, you don't have to launch anything, but work in the background, figure out what it looks like, make notes, write down all of your creative ideas, and it'll all come together nicely in some way. Your animal spirit energy for the next 2 weeks is the Phoenix, and Phoenix energies are connected to freedom from suffering, past karma, and reincarnation. The Phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The Phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication. So you're basically confronting your garbage, right? That's the only way you can get through it. The essence of the Phoenix is with us when we realize that we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the Phoenix is lit and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. The stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes and a lightness and clarity merge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the Phoenix lifts our spirits up and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before, so look closely. It's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. So really, I think this card is super fitting because we are in this retrograde period, so there are things that are going to be coming up to be looked at, to be healed, and to be purged. Like this card says, you cannot run and hide from it. If you do not deal with your baggage and your junk, you're just going to keep reliving that over and over and over again, right? And that is not fun. So just face it. Face your fears, face your insecurities, face whatever your concerns are, and work through it. And if you have stuck emotions, a lot of us don't deal with sadness very well, right? Some of us can't express sadness, and it manifests itself in anger. If you're really, really angry, that's just a symptom of sadness. Let yourself cry. Let yourself feel. You've got to get this stuff out. It's so important right now. I cannot stress that enough because of what's happening on a planetary level. We are going through an ascension process, and everyone is going to have to deal with their junk if you want to make this leap. And that's something we'll talk about more in the future. Okay, work. For those of you that are employed, overall feels like a positive 2 weeks. Lots of energy surrounding work, career, so many of you will get a lot accomplished in a short period of time. There's a slight caution about trying to change the flow of work, right? Like I kind of feel like you can't rock the boat. So if there's structures and policies and a system in place wherever you work or even within your own business, now is not the time to switch things up and change it, because I feel like that really could be rocking the boat and cause it to tip over. And this kind of just feels like for the next couple of weeks and maybe even through the middle of August. I want to say the shadow period of retrograde ends like the 14th or 15th of August. At that point, then I would say go for it. But if you have to do something before then, again, just kind of make sure you're in alignment with everything that you want to happen for yourself. Those of you that are currently looking for a job, I'm feeling several new opportunities, whether it's starting your own business or finding a summer job to make some extra money, or you do need a job. And I think, to me, I feel, again, sorry, brain, mouth not working. I'm feeling many of you are going to get interviews. Like I just feel like some of you have been waiting and you've applied to like a bunch of different jobs and nothing's coming to fruition for you. But I kind of feel like that's shifting and you're going to get some callbacks. I do feel for a few of you, there is maybe a woman with lighter colored hair that may be helpful in getting you hired. And now it could also be a man with maybe more feminine qualities or feminine energy. But I just feel like someone with lighter colored hair is going to either get you hired, give you a lead to a new job, or is in a position to actually hire you. And I feel like that is the case for many of you. Yeah, sorry, hang on one sec, because I feel like I'm getting other information here. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, there's a few of you, like I just feel like you're standing outside a really tall building, not like I don't know. To me, I feel like some of you are going to get some pretty big job opportunities that are going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. It feels really, really positive. Love, those of you that are currently in a relationship and you're committed or dating seriously, overall feels like a good week. The words responsibility and duty come to mind. True love is willingness to work together to get through any rough patches, to work on the relationship. So you could see minor issues popping up that need to be resolved, right? I don't feel like it's going to be a crazy emotional time, especially if your relationship is pretty stable. I kind of feel like it's going to ebb and flow like normal. But there just could be a few times where, maybe there's a couple of things in the relationship that you haven't really enjoyed, or you're not really vibing it, so maybe you bring it up to be discussed, right? Like maybe if you've been stuck doing the dishes for the last couple of months and you need some relief, you might, throw up a flag and say, hey, I need some help with dishes. Little minor stuff like that. Let's see. Those of you that are single and dating, I do feel like there are going to be plenty of opportunities to meet someone, get out and mingle, try new places, be open to people you normally wouldn't speak to. And there's a possibility that some of you will meet someone that ends up being a long-term relationship. I'm feeling a lot of potential partners right now. I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like there's unions that are going to be happening. So even, when I talk about this stuff, I don't want you guys to get hung up on like every single person that you meet, like, oh my God, this is the one, so I've got to put in the extra effort. Make sure that you're trusting your own intuition. But I just feel like the timing right now, there's a lot of love in the air. And I just feel like a lot of people are meant to meet their other half, their significant other, soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to call it, because I feel like energetically that's just what's needing to happen right now with where the planet is moving energetically. So I just feel like we're going to see a lot of people ending up in long-term relationships, and I do feel like some of you, I feel, are going to get introduced to a potential partner by someone with light hair. I don't know what it is. It feels like light-haired woman. It seems to be light-haired women will be playing a significant role in people's lives these next 2 weeks. And again, don't get hung up on the sex. Sometimes that can be misinterpreted. It could be a man that maybe is balanced within his feminine energies. But I do just feel like you're making connections with people, and it's going to be people are introducing you to someone. So make sure that you accept invitations to go and do things. Go to the beach, hang out, go to all the social events. Don't worry about what you look like in a bathing suit. Only you care about that. Nobody else does. Okay, finances. Money feels pretty stable, with many of you experiencing increase. If not these next 2 weeks, definitely in the near future. I also feel a few of you will want to spend more money. I see a couple of you guys getting carried away. You're throwing around the credit card. You're throwing around cash. You're spending money on the house. You're spending money on clothes. I just kind of feel like you're in this really feel good vibe. So it doesn't feel like spending to feed a hole in your heart. It just kind of feels like you're feeling amazing and you're feeling awesome and you've got the extra money and you just kind of want to pamper yourself. But I feel like you could end up getting carried away. So be creative and shop wisely, right? Because you can shop smart and still get all the things that you want, but not spend an outrageous amount of money. So just balance it all out. Health, the first thing that I'm getting, anyone trying to get pregnant, it's a great 2 weeks for fertile energy, okay? Even if you're not ovulating and if you're tracking it to the T, I say go for it, because I'm just feeling like even if you're not ovulating, there's something energetically that is happening or is being released, whether it's like an emotional block, a mental block, or maybe you've put too much pressure on, like, oh, we're only going to do it when I'm ovulating and my temperature's this high or whatever. So I feel like you've got to just go for it, because God works in mysterious ways. Believe in miracles, lots of high energy for many of you. Most everyone will be feeling pretty good. Everyone could work on getting enough sleep, eating healthy, and stress relief. Spirituality, a group of you could feel spiritually overwhelmed and another group spiritually hungry. Whichever category you fall into, honor the wisdom within you, right? Honor what you're feeling. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take a break. It's okay. If you're spiritually hungry, well, read, explore, do what you need to do. All right, that covers this week's intuitive messages. That's all the time that I have for tonight. I hope that everyone has a great 2 weeks. I look forward to connecting with you guys when I get back, and maybe I'll have even more great news to report. Either way, if you want to get a hold of me and you'd like to book an appointment, you can reach me at 407-374-3133. You can call or text. Have a great week. 2 weeks. Bye.